WrestleMania Night One, baby. What'd you guys think about tonight's show? How is everyone doing tonight? We got 60 people here right off the rip. How are you guys doing? What a fantastic show, guys. What a fantastic show. How are you guys doing? I thought that this show was great. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it was good. I liked almost every single thing that happened tonight. And before anyone gets their panties in a bunch, okay, I made the show title and I made the show thumbnail way before any of the other things happened tonight. I made them during the Seth Rollins and Cesaro match. So in reality, if I had enough time, I would tell you that everyone killed it tonight. So before we get into it, realize that Cesaro stole the show. Bianca Belair stole the show tonight. Bad Bunny stole the show tonight. Very great show. Very, very great show. I was not expecting to enjoy night one as much as I did. I thought that night one was the weaker of the two cards. So man, I'm really excited now. I'm really excited to see what's in store for night two. That is the better card in my opinion. And if this is what they did tonight, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'm very excited. Punk says that slap on Sasha, ouch. Yeah, dude. Good Lord. The slap from the hair on Sasha's stomach, man, that looked, the sound was crazy. And oh, that like cut that she has on there was crazy as well. Cut, welt, whatever it was. Anthony is in the building. He says this show was
such good shit.
Yes, I loved it. Flash, how you doing, my friend, my fellow disciple? How are you doing? Lots of new people here today. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're here and you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to hit the like button as well. We have memberships here on the channel. If you want to help support, you can become a fellow disciple as well. We greatly appreciate you for that. And also, super chats are open if you have something important that you want everyone else to see as well. Great night, though. Great night. Very pleased with it. Lots of very good stuff. Lots of very good stuff tonight. Alex says the post show title should have been Mania Was Hype. Kyle says that main event was full of flames. It was. They really deserved it. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, they really deserved that main event match. And they proved that they belonged there as well. It was incredible. I loved it from start to finish. Man, Bianca Belair is crazy. Bianca Belair is crazy strong. She caught Sasha Banks in that suicide dive, rolled over, carried her all the way to the steps, up the steps, onto the apron, and threw her back into the ring. That's crazy. That is crazy. Absolutely insane. Marcel says the only shit thing was the women's Turmoil match, and that was insanely bad. Yeah, that was a really weak part of the show, if you ask me. I also wasn't a fan of the bunny thing at all. But, it is what it is, I guess. The rest of the show was fantastic. Fantastic. Kyle says, hopefully WWE can use tonight and tomorrow to get back some hype and then have Monday be a total reset. Man, I really hope so. I'm ready. I'm ready. Why are these WWE pay-per-views so good and the weekly shows are such trash? Who's writing these? We need the people that are making these shows write the weekly shows too. We need it. We need it. We need it as soon as possible. The current product is so tiring to watch. It's so difficult. And these pay-per-views, they're just so good. They are so good. I'm not quite sure why I didn't hear this, but Nova with the, oh, there it is right there. They call me Nova with the 199 super chat. He says a kick out by Banks. Banks kicked out Cole 2021. Man, thank you so much for your super chat. I greatly appreciate you. Get you some woos in here for the super chats. Thank you so much. Yeah. Good show. Good show. Good show. Good show. Manish says, Vince, if you're seeing this, please make Raw awesome from now on. Please take my money. Yes, please, for the love of God, please make the shows good. I'm excited to go into night 2. Like I said, hopefully they have something really good planned for the Raw after WrestleMania and the SmackDown after WrestleMania. We deserve it, man. We deserve it after sticking through with them and all of this crap for the past year. We deserve some good shows. They owe it to us. We need to see them. It's time to change things up. It's time to make things better. It's time to focus on making these shows watchable once again. Nova says, yeah, Mandy ate shit on the ramp. LOL. Yeah. Poor Mandy Rose, man. Poor Mandy Rose. And so apparently after Mandy Rose fell, that's when they decided to go out there and clean up the entrance ramp so that no one else would fall over. Although one of the bunnies that was hopping to the ring, they also kind of like stumbled and almost lost their mask, helmet, whatever the hell it is that you want to call it. I thought that was hilarious. One of them lost an ear right in front of us on TV, just fell right off down to the floor. And I think at the end of it, when they were in the ring, I think there was at least 3 of them that didn't have an ear. This is ridiculous, man. Flash says, hashtag no more Michael Cole, please. Yeah, so they're shaking up the let me go get this here. So this occurred before, a little bit of news broke before WrestleMania tonight. That looks like there's going to be some change up here for a couple of people. Where is it? Andrew Zarian of the Madman podcast says that he can confirm Raj Giri's report that Raw is getting a change up to their announce team. So the announce team for Raw going forward will be Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, and Adnan Virk, who is supposedly some Canadian sports guy or something like that. So we're not sure what is going to happen to Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips was supposed to be there tonight, but unfortunately, due to COVID protocols, he was not involved. So they did not say if he has it or if he just came in contact or anything like that. It just said that due to COVID protocols, he was not a part of the show tonight. So interesting to see the new Raw commentary team. What's going to happen to Tom Phillips? What's going to happen to Samoa Joe? I have no clue. No clue. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with the SmackDown team. Is it finally time for Michael Cole to hang up the boots, or to hang up the headset, if you will, I guess, and have Michael Cole Jr., that is Tom Phillips, take over for him on SmackDown? I don't know. Marcel says Hogan was getting huge boos. Was he? It was kind of hard for me to tell. Like, a lot of times I felt like I could still hear a fake crowd. So I don't know. It was so nice to have an actual crowd, though, back in attendance. The production value at the beginning of the show was questionable. Unfortunately, they had that 45-minute delay to the show due to the weather there. So everything was a little rocky. But other than that, everything was great. Everything was great. Hoodie says Bad Bunny stole the damn show and Father Rollins pulled out a new move, and the stomp counter into an uppercut was awesome. And the UFO was, wait for it. The UFO was
such good shit.
Yes, the UFO, man. Cesaro looking like $1 million tonight. $1 million. I was so excited for that match, man. After the tag team turmoil match, it was kind of like, man, the crowd died. There wasn't really much going on anymore. But then, man, Cesaro and Seth Rollins, they killed it. I'm so happy for Cesaro. He deserves the spotlight, man. And you know what? It is time for WWE to take Cesaro to the moon. He's got to go there. Give me Cesaro an edge for the Universal Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. If Roman Reigns retains, I don't care. Give me Cesaro versus Roman Reigns. I need to see it. I need to see it. It's time. Let's pull the trigger on Cesaro. The guy's incredible. The guy's incredible. Alex says that set, though, is beautiful. It was great. I loved it. Flash says, I loved... He said, I love Titus' uncomfortable face when Hogan was with him. Screw you, brother. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that. I wasn't feeling that at all. Ashley says, don't sleep on Bad Bunny. Yeah, Bad Bunny, man. Bad Bunny killed it tonight. There is no way to get around it. Bad Bunny absolutely went out there and delivered. He had a fantastic entrance as well. The guy did a bunny destroyer, for Christ's sake. Thanks to John Morrison for that one. It was good. It was really, really good. I like it. Bad Bunny did very good. I told you guys, the guy moved to Orlando to train for 3 months. And I believe that Bad Bunny was training with Drew Gulak and Adam and Pierce for this WrestleMania event. So the guy put in the work, and damn, you can tell. You can tell that he put in the work. It paid off tonight. He did amazing. Damian Priest's entrance looked very good as well. You know, the one thing that I noticed for the show is that they didn't have very crazy entrances. I was really expecting them to go above and beyond for entrances this year. I thought they were just going to go batshit crazy and have just tons and tons and tons of crazy things. Maybe they had to pull back due to the weather or something like that. Father Rollins did have some flames going on. It looked like the twirly flames from the Fiend match that he had with Randy Orton, the fire that they had around the ring. It looked exactly like those, but there were a couple of them that weren't necessarily working properly. So Zach says, thanks to delay, it is now 5:05 a.m., but I loved every second of Mania. They absolutely killed it tonight. I can't wait for night 2. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It is only 9:06 for me here on the West Coast. I couldn't imagine it being 5 o'clock in the morning. Shout out to you, man. You are a real trooper. Wolf says, only complaint for me was most of them had the same attires as of Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, I mean, I could see that as well. Yeah, there wasn't anything really like that stood out like WrestleMania wise. Sasha Banks gear looked incredible though. Not gonna lie, Sasha Banks gear looked awesome tonight. I loved it. I also liked the little hope thing or whatever it was that Seth Rollins had on one of his legs. That was great as well. Fits in with his his promo, that little smear campaign video that he had against Cesaro. 999 says that Cesaro match in the Echo Effect was
such good shit.
Yes, so good, man. Who? No, Wally says they are going to do more tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so. Marcel says Bad Bunny entrance got the Mania thing. Yep, Bad Bunny he had the craziest entrance of the night for sure. Punk says, but night 2, the weather is not good. Yeah, it is. The weather's not looking good for night 2 of WrestleMania, which is, I mean, God, it's got to be like impossible to schedule out an event a year in advance, over a year in advance, maybe even at that point, and to hope that all goes well in a place like Florida where the weather is just insane. So I mean, I cannot believe that they had a weather warning. Like when I saw that today, when everyone was freaking out about it, they weren't letting people into the arena. They were telling people to stay in their cars. They were closing down the parking lots. It did not look good for WrestleMania. And man, that would have been terrible if they would have had to cancel this or postpone it. God, I don't even know what would have happened. That would have been absolutely insane. Hoodie says Seth Rollins' new theme was Flames. It was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I really like how they kept the Burn It Down part in there, and it really sounded kind of like a remix of his Burn It Down theme, and then it kind of sounded like they threw some Messiah stuff on it as well. So that was great. Marcel says night 2 was actually the one that got a lot of warnings for weather delays ago, but now night 1 got damned. Well, hopefully things go smooth for them tomorrow as well. Especially, you know, like I said, I thought that night one was the weak card out of the two. So, man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for night two. Pumped for night two. WWE Emoji says, I'm already saying it. Night one is better than night two. You going to go with that one? Jeremy says, this whole night was enjoyable. I wasn't bored at all. I didn't like the women's tag team turmoil match. That wasn't for me. I didn't need to see that. Other than that, I think everything else was pretty solid. You know, the bunny thing wasn't for me, but it wasn't the end of the world. Surprisingly, the steel cage match was pretty good as well. It was pretty much exactly what I thought it would be, but, you know, overall, I thought it was pretty good, which is insane to say. Nova says, but was it better than TakeOver? Man, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm not ready to answer that question quite yet. I'm very happy with some of the things that happened tonight, though. I'm very happy with some of those. I'm not going to answer who is hotter, Mandy Rose or Naomi. That's not what I'm here for. Kyle says, hey, AOW, why do you think there is no stipulation for Orton and The Fiend? I think it is because The Fiend is going to squash Randy Orton. My prediction, as I said in my video, if you saw it, if you've seen my Night 2 predictions video, I say that The Fiend's entrance will be longer than the match. That is my prediction. Zach says the Turmoil match wasn't great, but Liv and Ruby looked great tonight. They were excellent in that match. Yeah, I mean, why don't they give the real tag team the women's tag team championships? Why does it always have to be some random made up tag team? And I love how we'll talk about this more when we get into it, but you know, Michael Cole talking about how random the tag team is of Carmella and Billie Kay. It was just like, bro, but that's literally every single one of these tag teams. They're all randomly made tag teams. Give it to the Riot Squad. They deserve it, man. They deserve it. James says the first 30 minutes of WrestleMania was like an episode of Southpaw Regional Wrestling. It was all talk and interviews, no wrestling. It's an 80s wrestling parody by WWE. Check it out. Yes, I am familiar. I mean, they didn't have a choice. They had to, the fans had to evacuate from the outside area into the inside area of the stadium because of lightning and storm stuff. You know, someone in my comments, they said from the Thunderdome to the Thunderstorm. And I thought that was like the perfect way to describe the opening of this. All Sports Show says, how would you rate this Mania? Good is how I would rate it. I don't do actual ratings. It's too much, but good. It was great. I liked it. Marcel says, this is what WWE does. Good pay-per-views, but then Raw happens. I know, man. It sucks. Like, you get to such like a big high where you're like, yes, let's go. Let's do this. We are finally here. And then they're like, fumble it. And it just doesn't come off very well. Victor says, I called Bobby. What was your prediction score today? My prediction score was 6 out of 7, I believe. Yep, 6 out of 7. The only one that I got wrong today was the opening match, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. I would have bet a ton of money to anyone that Drew McIntyre was going to regain his WWE Championship. I was wrong. Wolfing, or actually Sam Ray says, all right, night, I'm gonna head out. Thank you, man, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night, man. Wally P makes a great point. He says, you see how much better the promos were when they weren't scripted, right? Like, they just randomly were like, hey, we are screwed right now. So you guys, we need to have you guys do whatever it is that you can do right now to fill this time slot. I think at the end of the day, I think it was about 45 minutes that they had to fill. And the promos were good. Like the segment between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre were good. The New Day stuff was pretty good as well. Like it was enjoyable. Let these people just be themselves, man. Not everyone has to sound like a robot all the time. And getting off all of these catchphrases that you want them to do and stuff like that. Like we just don't need it. Let these people do what they do best. Marcel says, did you see Tony Khan tweet to WWE how to fix the slippery issue? Yes, I did. I thought that was pretty funny. Zach Stone says, we pay for pay-per-views. They ain't going to give us, wait for it,
such good shit
on free TV. But for WWE, it's all the same. It doesn't matter. WWE's money is tied up for roughly somewhere around the next 4 or 5 years. You know, they get a set amount of money for Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. And now that Peacock has the WWE Network library, or parts of the WWE Network library on there as well, they get paid for that. It's a 5-year deal. So their money's guaranteed. It doesn't matter what they do. They still get the same amount of money. Evo says Cesaro from Rollins was hilarious. Yes. There was a sign that says Cesaro section as well. That was great. Cabaret says the pirate ship almost made me tear up. We know who should be there. I miss Kairi Sane, man. Yeah, I miss Kairi Sane too. She was great. She is great. You're back. What did you miss? Nothing, man. Nothing. We're just kind of hanging out and chatting. We'll get into the show in a minute. We're gonna get into the show pretty quick. We'll probably have a lot to talk about. Tonight. And it's WrestleMania, man. We gotta get to the show. Wolf says, will Kevin jump off the ship tomorrow? I hope so, man. It'll be great. Oh, my chat is scrolling a little bit too fast. I'm missing comments. I apologize. I'm trying to okay. It's too choppy. I'm just gonna have to read from where we are. Knowledge says, I legit rolled my eyes when Braun said he was doing this for everyone who's been called stupid. Felt so random that now he's an advocate for bullying. Yeah, it was just shades of that Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax thing too. I was like, man, no, I don't need this. And how do you have someone like Shane McMahon bullying someone like Braun Strowman as well? Like, Braun Strowman would literally just destroy Shane McMahon. He's like half of his size. Ayan says, how are you doing, my friend? I'm doing great. How are you doing, my friend? Punk says, did you notice Rollins hit the pedigree? Yeah, that sequence was so good. I loved it. Safa says it's a normal match, so Kevin probably won't, which I'm assuming is referring to him jumping off of the ship tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I was kind of like worried about as well, since it's just a regular old match. Like, how are they going to incorporate that in? Maybe he'll attack them before, or maybe it'll happen afterwards or something. You know, with this being 2 years in the making, I really hope that they figure out a way to make it happen. There's plenty of time. Alex says, which pirate ship is Owens jumping off of? I have no clue, dude. Noah says, does this mean that fans are coming back soon? It makes an insane difference. I think August is what everyone is shooting for. August, I think, is what it is. I think AEW shows are around August. They're going to start having people in. And unfortunately, right now, after WrestleMania, we're just going to go right back to the Thunderdome on Monday. So seeing the fans back it was incredible. And, you know, I know that this was Bianca Belair's dad, but, you know, when she won the championship and then he like jumped up and almost launched himself over the barricade, that was such a good moment. And, you know, even seeing Bianca Belair before the match where she was like essentially crying, so good. I love the emotion more than anything else. It's always the emotion that gets me. It just means that they're like, you know, they're over the moon to be there. She couldn't be any happier. And it's wild. It's crazy. I can't believe Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks got a main event. And I cannot believe that Bianca Belair won the championship. What a great match. I'm so happy for them. Cesaro too. It was good. Evo says, you can't argue that when it comes to the quality of production, WWE is unmatched. That is the truth. Man. You know, when I started doing those by the numbers things last week, I believe, and one of the things that I never noticed that AEW doesn't do that WWE does is that on their website after every show, WWE uploads a ton of high quality pictures from the entire show. AEW doesn't do that. They do it like sporadically. And they had one the other night when Mike Tyson was on there, but it was just a picture of, so the cover photo was a picture of Mike Tyson. And then the only picture in the library was one picture of Ty Conti. And it was like, wow, how can you guys not be doing this? You really need to get on the photo game. Like, AEW is really missing out on that one, I feel like. Ashton says there's 131 people watching. Let's go. Yeah, 161 people. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It's crazy. It is WrestleMania. Chef says, I feel like in every match, every right person won except for the women's tag team match scramble. Yes, I agree, man. I agree. I feel like the Riot Squad should have won. We need some Riot Squad love. They're the only actual tag team, and they're like nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Yours has 372. That's crazy. Mine does not say that. Mine does not. Nova says, sometimes I wonder how can WWE put such good pay-per-views on but put out shit Raws I don't understand. I don't get it either, man. I don't get it either. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like it would be so much easier for them just to do similar things on their TV shows, have longer matches, more important feuds going on with actual stories being told. I feel like it would make their jobs a lot easier. You don't need to have 2-minute matches ending in disqualifications. You don't need to have all of this random stuff going on, throwing teams together, doing matches back to back to back to back to back. Like, if you create a good base, everything else will follow. You know what I mean? It's just setting that base there, and then everything else will just kind of roll off there. Flash says, I just saw that Montez was in the ring after Mania went off the air. You love to see it. That is awesome, man. I really wish that he would have come out like and celebrated with her. Maybe even Angelo Dawkins as well. That would have been so good. I would have loved to see that. Oh my God. Becky Lynch on Twitter just put, nothing is guaranteed here. Tonight, tomorrow, what's next? Over. Which spells out night 2. And then she said, just kidding. Congratulations, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Way to make history. What a troll. What a troll. Ashton says this post show is alive tonight. Yes. Some moves for the post show. It was a great night, man. When there is good wrestling on, people care. People care to tune in. People care to see what is going on afterwards. When you put on crappy shows, no one cares. People are just like, damn, I can't believe I wasted 3 hours doing that. Like, I'm going to bed. I'm done. Marcelo says they ended the show quick. Yeah, I would have liked to see a celebration with the Street Profits. Hell, bring her family in the ring too. They're ringside. Let's go. Let's go. I told you guys the other day, like, I'm a huge advocate. I'm a huge fan for huge celebrations on big championship wins. And on the grandest stage of them all, man, that would have been so cool. Confetti falling down, balloons going all over the place. I mean, I know that this was an open stadium, so maybe that's not necessarily possible for something like this, but the fireworks, all of that stuff, man, I love it. I absolutely love it. Charlie says, does anyone else find it weird that they didn't have a pre-show match because they wanted the first entrance to be huge and the first entrance was Titus? No disrespect to Titus, much love. I did think that was kind of weird, but at the same time, it's kind of different because it's the match. That would be my guess. That's how I feel about it. Drew McIntyre coming out first, I loved it. 2 great entrances. And you know, it's kind of what I was telling you guys about Drew McIntyre's entrance and even Bobby Lashley now that he has a crazy one as well, is that if Drew McIntyre didn't come out with his kilt and his sword and all of that stuff every single Monday, this would have been so much cooler. So much cooler. I would have loved to see that, but all of that aside, it was so good to see it on this grand stage, man. This huge LED board, that huge pirate ship up above, the pyro, everything was just so good. Like, just going back to a little bit of normalcy for just a little bit, man, that's all I can ask for. The actual crowd in the building, the signs, the fan with the sign that said the WWE fans are finally back to being home or whatever, the quote from The Rock, man, I love it. I love it. It was so good. The energy was through the roof tonight. I couldn't be happier. I could not be happier with how things went tonight. Absolutely insane, man. Absolutely insane. Shelva says Drew was so happy. You could see it on his face. I know, right? And the fans were loud. They were going for it. Him and Bobby Lashley put on a really good match too. I really liked it a lot. The finish to Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley was excellent. Absolutely excellent. I loved it. Let's see here. Anthony says no need to. Bianca Belair is the third ever black female SmackDown Women Champion. Nice. Very nice. It's a huge accomplishment for her. I'm very excited for Bianca Belair. She deserves this. She deserves this. She is awesome. She is awesome. Oh, my thing is, come on. Dude, my YouTube dashboard is like, it can like not handle what is going on right now. Basili with the $4.99 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. He said, guys, I'm just happy we are still in the reign of the Q echo for dramatic effect. The almighty era of the reign of Bobby Lashley continues. Yes, I'm so happy to. This was the only prediction that I got wrong for tonight. I swear I would have bet tons of money that Drew McIntyre was regaining the WWE Championship in front of fans tonight. Thank you so much, man, for your super chat. I appreciate you. Get some woos. Oh no, what'd I do? I messed up my woos. All right, you get some dams. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Angel says, name one wrestler and I'll donate you $2. All right, I'm going to have to think really hard about this one. One wrestler. Just one wrestler in all of the world. I got it. The greatest wrestler of all time. Andrade Cien Almas. That's my pick. That's one wrestler. There you go. Chef says, can't wait for night 2. Me either, man. Me either. All right. The hype is real. Let's get into the show. Shall we? As always, if you're here and you haven't already subscribed yet, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate you for that. Also, make sure to hit that like button as well. We already got 64. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much. Can we get it to 100? That would be crazy. I don't think we've ever done that before. That'd be insane. Also, if you want to help support the channel, you can become a member as well. There is a join button down below to help support the channel. You can become a disciple yourself. It's one of the greatest things in the world. And also, you've seen that super chats are open as well. They are greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. It's crazy. It is crazy, the support tonight. So let's go ahead and get into the show. Night 1 of WrestleMania. All Sports Show says, you remember me. I DM'd you when Andrade won the US title. I do remember you. Yes. Because that was when Andrade won the United States Championship from Rey Mysterio at the house show, right? I do remember that. I was very excited for that. That's awesome. Philip says, can you read my comments? You're not reading them. I can't see all the comments. They're scrolling by too fast. I can't see it. Delight says, excuse me, the GOAT is obviously Michael Nakazawa. Oh, my apologies. Marcel says Andrade was really bitchy about Mania today about Mexican wrestlers. Was he? I haven't seen anything about it. IXG says, fuck you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Alex says, you're tripping. The best wrestler of all time is obviously Big. Yeah, there you go. He was salty. Oh, I haven't seen him. I'll have to go through and look. Dial says, Ryan, I'm shocked that Lashley won too. Not mad though. Me either. Shocked for sure, but very, very, very happy to see him retain his championship. I think that he deserved it. So tonight's show actually opened up with VKM. Vincent Kennedy McMahon himself opened up tonight's WrestleMania, welcoming the fans back. And, you know, it was really cool to see all of them on the stage right there and have him just go, WrestleMania. So good. So good. Welcoming the fans back is crazy. Absolutely crazy to see. So first match of the night. Drew McIntyre going one-on-one with Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. Like I said, guys, I was worried about this one. I could have swore that Drew McIntyre was walking out of WrestleMania Night One as the new WWE champion. I thought that it was inevitable. Like, to me, Drew McIntyre seems like Vince McMahon's new golden child, that he would do anything that he could to push him. So I thought that, Vince breaking up the Hurt Business was all a part of making Bobby Lashley less likable. I thought that bringing in King Corbin was all a part of making Bobby Lashley less likable so that at WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre could dethrone him and no one would care. No one would care. Jacob with the $2.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. He says, loved it. WrestleMania was great tonight. Much love, man. Thank you so much for your support. I will give you some woos, but I apparently broke it, so I'm going to give you some dams instead. Thank you. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. Ryan says, I especially thought after the backstage interview that Drew was going to win with how passionate he was talking. Yeah, it all seemed to just be coming together. It was like, damn. All right, just rip the Band-Aid off real quick. let's just get it off. We all know what's coming here. It's just time. Let's get it over with. But man, they didn't. And it was crazy. Drew McIntyre hit 3 Future Shock DDTs on Bobby Lashley. And it was, of course, it was pretty obvious that he wasn't going to kick out, or that he was going to kick out, because they were going to end it with the Claymore and stuff like that. But absolutely crazy, man. They made everyone look good. And that, man. Whoa, I saw first, my dude. What the hell? I saw first with the $30 super chat. My dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is so kind of you. He says, great pay-per-view, AOW best in the world. Thank you, my brother, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. I can't thank you enough. I appreciate you guys being here with me all the time. It's been one crazy week. We have a post show every single night until next Thursday. That's like the next night off. So thank you so much, man, for your support. I can't thank you enough. You know what? For that, I'm going to give you something very special. A ding-dong hello. Followed by some dames. I broke the woos. I'm so sorry. I'll have to fix it after the show. But, man, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Can't thank you enough. Ashton says $30. Now, that is
Such good shit.
Yeah, man. I saw it first, man. He is
Such good shit.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, man. The support tonight. Even the support tonight is crazy. The support all week has been insane. Absolutely insane. KPR says, can we spam some bunnies in the chat? Sure. If you want, well, actually, wait to spam your bunnies. You guys can spam some bunnies when we get to Bad Bunny. How about that? All right, let's do that. Fix it now. I can't. I can't do it and talk at the same time. I don't think, at least. I might be able to. I don't know. We'll see. Anthony says AOW $30 euro going. Wait for it. To the moon. Yes. Andre says, where's Becky? She's at home chilling, man. She is at home chilling. Monkey, why are you so angry, bro? I don't get it. All Sports says, you think Bad Bunny's gonna wrestle full time now? I don't think so. No. All right. Yeah. Okay. YouTube dashboard, bro. You got to be better than this. Like, come on. Let me click on this. It's killing me. Dude. Come on. Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to ban this guy. God damn it. And every time it scrolls up. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Oh, but I don't want to ban someone else on accident. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm done. AOW, according to you, what is the best match of the night? Oh man, the main event was really good. I think I would have to go between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair and Seth Rollins and Cesaro. Those would be mine. Bad Bunny was really good, but I wouldn't say that was a match of the night by any means. No, I wouldn't. Okay, so yes, Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. That is where we're at. We're talking about this match. It was great. All of it was very good. The ending, though, the ending was just mwah, chef kiss. It was so good. As Delight says, it was too sweet. I loved it so much. Bobby Lashley locked in the Hurt Lock. Drew McIntyre was struggling. Drew McIntyre manages to make it over to the corner of the ring and push out to do a rollover, but Bobby Lashley holds on the entire time, keeps the Hurt Lock locked in. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was beautiful. It was one of the best things that I have seen. Kept that bad boy locked in. Man, I think my YouTube dashboard is broken. It's broken. I just heard a donation, but I can't see it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on right now. It's broken. It's broken. KPR with the $1.99 super chat, man. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. So much. Like I said, I don't have any woos, but here's some dams for you, my friend. Ashley says, all I see are bunny emojis. I don't see anything. It's just, it's frozen. I can't see anything. God damn. I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything. Holy shit. Someone just donated a bunch of money. What in the hell is going on? Eric Hines, my dude. What in the world? $49.99? My dude, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Says, strong work tonight, brother. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Man, you guys are insane. I got to give you a ding dong hello too, man. Ding dong hello. You know what? I'll give you a big oof too. And some dams. Thank you guys so much, man. Well, I'm going to have to get some better soundboards here. What is going on? Everything is frozen. All I see is donations going on, sounding. I can't see anything. It's like frozen. Heel Broken Nero with the $2.79 Canadian says, what was the best WrestleMania ring attire tonight? Well, thank you so much for that. I'll throw up the money sign for you as well. Ring attire tonight, I'm going to go with Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks' ring attire was crazy. It was good. It was very good. So thank you so much, man. I'll give you some dams as well. Damn. The super chats are crazy tonight. Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I saw first as Eric with the $49.99. Wow, get that camera. I already have the camera. I have it. It's actually mounted right above me right now. It's mounted right above me right now. I have it hooked up and everything. I have it hooked up. It's just not turned on yet. I gotta go get some lights. I might get them tomorrow. But yeah, I already have them. I'm setting everything up. I think I might get a new lens for it, a really nice lens. Like I said, I want to go all out. I want to go all out when I turn on the face cam. So I'm just gearing up. I'm just gearing up. DMM says, if night 2 can pick up the momentum from night 1, this could be one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. I had to do it for Bianca Belair. I was going for Sasha, but I'm happy for Bianca. Me too, man. I'm so happy for Bianca Belair. What a moment. What a moment for Bianca Belair tonight, man. So happy. It couldn't be happier for her. Couldn't be any more happier for her is what I meant to say. Noah Clark, my dude, with the $3.99 Canadian. He says, AOW, the GOAT, favorite internet wrestling personality. Thank you, man, so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are crazy tonight, man. You guys are crazy. It is absolutely insane, the amount of support tonight, man. You know what? I'll do it for you guys. Chat is going to the moon tonight. Absolutely insane. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. All Sports Show says you deserve all those donations, man. It's crazy. Thank you guys so much. At the end of the day, I just love hanging out with you guys. That's what it's all about, man. That is what it's all about. Ryan says that whip towards the end, though, it was crazy. It was crazy. And you could see, like, even in the last picture that I posted of the night, you could see it do that huge gash on the side of Sasha Banks, man. Whew. Andre says, did you notice that Ruby was the Joker? Yeah, I liked their gear. Yeah, actually, now that you think of it, they had really good gear as well, too. They had really good gear. Bosley says, can you put a pic of Bobby or Belair at the end? Ideally, I would have liked to rotate through a couple of pictures for all the people tonight, but getting the show just like up as quick as possible is crazy. It's a lot of work. That's why, it's still just called Cesaro Stole the Show, because I just didn't have time. Didn't have time. Eric says, wow, I just DM you anyway. What did you think of WrestleMania 37? It was great. WrestleMania 37 Night One was fantastic. I loved it. Delight says, did you see Dana's wardrobe malfunction? No, our screens went black and we were wondering what it was. I thought that it was like due to weather issues. So I don't know. Someone else on Twitter said that their screen went black because of a wardrobe issue with Dana Brooke. Ryan says, I'm surprised they put both mid-card title matches on night 2. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that either. Ayan says, I was expecting Bayley to do a ding dong hello segment and call Becky as her guest. Yeah, that was a rumor that was going around. But it didn't happen. Eric says, clearly you were satisfied with the outcomes. Yeah, pretty much, man. I liked all the outcomes, like I said, except for the tag match, even though I predicted that one was going to happen. And, if you watch my night 2 video in it, or if you didn't, in that video, I said, you know what? I really don't care who wins this tag team turmoil match. I just hope that the people that win it dethrone Big and Shayna Baszler on night 2. That's all I want. I don't care about anything else. I just want those titles off of them because I can't stand seeing them on my show on the shows 2 nights a week. It's bad. It is so bad. Flash says, man, what was your favorite entrance? Mine was Bad Bunny, Sasha Banks, and Cesaro. Yeah, Bad Bunny had a pretty good entrance. Tonight. Damian Priest's entrance is amazing too. Bobby Lashley's new entrance is great. I love the lightning strikes for that. It's good. Ashley says, how much of the bubbly did Bayley have tonight? I was like, she was drunk. Hopefully they have a ding dong hello show for her on night 2. That'd be great. Alejandro says, will CM Punk come back on night 2? Keep the great job, my man. No, CM Punk will not come back on night 2, but thank you, man, for your support. I appreciate it. Eric says, look at the bright side. Baron Corbin was not on the card. That's true. That's kind of crazy. Baron Corbin is not involved in anything at WrestleMania. Very interesting. Trevin says Turmoil should have been on SmackDown and the SmackDown tag title match replacing it and having the Mysterios win. Yes, that's perfect. You summed it up perfect. That's what I would have done. If they would have changed those 2 things, this show would have been damn near perfect, if you ask me. Philip says end of the show. Nexus picture. We'll see, depending on how long we go for it and all that. D&M says, I'm glad Becky Lynch didn't show up. Not that I don't want her to come back, but I just want her to recover well. She just had a baby not too long ago and her father passed away. Her return, her terms. Yeah, I would hope so too. And I'm glad that there was always a possibility that maybe Becky Lynch could have returned tonight after Bianca Belair's win, but I'm so glad that they didn't do it. We get to go off the air with Bianca Belair celebrating this huge moment. It wasn't stolen from Becky Lynch or anything like that. So it was good. It was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Delight says, except for the cage match. Honestly, I didn't mind the cage match. It wasn't the worst thing I've seen. It was your pretty standard, like Shane McMahon type of match, but they had some pretty cool visuals with Braun ripping the cage. We'll talk about that for sure. Shelva says 90% chance of rain tomorrow for Tampa. Wow. It's going to be interesting to see what they do tomorrow. At least they have some time now to kind of figure it out, maybe tarp some things off, do what they can, to get it going. That's crazy though. Eric says, what do you think was the match of the night for WrestleMania Night One? Two matches. I can't pick between them. Seth Rollins and Cesaro, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Those are my two matches for the night. I think that Seth Rollins and Cesaro was like a really good match. And, you know, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks delivered as well. So, Nova says, you better get your boats because we are going swimming at Mania, right? Jaden says, also, Vince has had a wholesome moment before the show. Yeah, I liked it. Ashton says, WrestleMania. Yeah, Michael Cole. Michael Cole was wild tonight, all right? Guy was crazy. All right, so let's get on to the second match here. We had the women's tag team turmoil match. This was by far the weakest part of the show. It was not good. It was not very good at all. I'm sorry. Fly Variety with the $10 super chat, my dude. Thank you so much. He says Sasha, Drew, Cesaro, and Bianca fighting back those tears just hit you right in the feels. It did, man. It did. Let me give you some dams here for the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, I say it all the time. The emotion is just, it's so important. It's so crazy. It's so amazing to see. It just kind of helps put you in the position, right? And I saw something, what is it? I can't remember if I think it's a Sheamus or a Cesaro kind of mini video documentary thing on it. And Cesaro and Sheamus meet each other, and they haven't seen each other for a long time since they've been split up. And Sheamus was crying because he missed Cesaro so much. He was like, I love you, man. I miss you. Like, I want to be back together with you. And they were just like hugging each other. And it's like, man, this is so good. The emotion. And for me personally, like, I love the bar. The bar is one of my favorites. So like to see them together, man, it was just, it's crazy. I wish they would show us more stuff like that on actual TV. Punk says Rhea cried, Bianca cried. Yeah, Rhea Ripley was crying during like the opening segment. It was crazy. It was emotional, man. You know, I heard a lot of people, I didn't hear them, but I read about a lot of people saying that they cried during the opening for WrestleMania today, just because it was so exciting. And it was just like, we haven't seen it in so long that just that little bit of normalcy really like brings us all together and just kind of makes everything work. Also, don't forget tomorrow, the Broken Skull Sessions episode with Chris Jericho will be on Peacock. I'm not exactly sure what time it's airing, but don't forget that is going to be on tomorrow. That's going to be huge. I will be watching it. I'll figure out what time it is, and I'll post it on Instagram and Twitter and stuff after this. But that is going down sometime tomorrow, and I will be watching it probably live, and I will be, relaying the important stuff as well. James says, remember the TNA Impact video game? I seen like Dankops play it, but I didn't actually play it. Flash says, AOW, I need to drop it here. Thanks for the show. Mania delivered so damn well. Cesaro, Bianca, and Bunny stole the show. I can't wait to see the Fiend's entrance. And remember, #no more Michael Cole. Thanks, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. Thank you for being a disciple as well. I appreciate you so much. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night, my friend. Fly says, it almost got me in tears just the start of it. It felt so good. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It was so amazing. So amazing. Anthony says this will go down as the greatest, most memorable WrestleManias of all time, just based on the circumstances WWE had to overcome. Yeah, I think that this will be one for the books, regardless. Of not having fans for over a year or whatever, having all of these issues, having limited people in attendance, then having to deal with all of the rain, stretching it out to 2 nights and all of this stuff. It's crazy. I hope that they, maybe they'll make a documentary on the rain or something like that as well. It's crazy. I mean, we are literally living in a historic time. The pandemic era of wrestling will never be forgotten, and it will be talked about for years to come as well. Years to come. Interpreter says the true highlight of WrestleMania. When Bailey, this was so funny. We were just sitting there, me and my fiance sitting there on the couch. We were watching WrestleMania, and Bailey like jumped behind the commentary team and said ding dong hello or whatever. My fiance like jumped it, like scared the shit out of her. Flash says, oh, by the way, we need a Nigerian drum picture at the end of the show. There you go. We did that I did that the other night for you. I hope you saw it. Chef says, good night, OW. Hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, man, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night. It was a pleasure seeing you as always. Vanch with the 110 rupees. Jesus, my dudes. Thank you so much. He says, yo, I missed you all. I missed chatting wrestling, but weather change didn't let me relax and made me sick. By the way, Bad Bunny Hall of Fame roster. Yes, Bad Bunny was great tonight. I'm sorry I broke the woos. So everyone's getting some dams tonight. This is what the woos are. Oops. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. Ayan says Roman was looking so badass on the left of Vince. I saw that. Yeah, I like that. It just fits his character. I'm excited to see what they do tomorrow. I'm excited. James says the first WWE show in a stadium since last year's Super Showdown. Also the wettest WrestleMania ever. Crazy. So crazy. Dean M says, I will always be a part of Titus worldwide. Can I do a voice effect? Sure. I will always be a part of Titus worldwide. There you go. Ashley says, how much money do you people have? Holy hell. The people are dying to see AOW Underground get off the ground. We will have Ric Flair, of course. Woo! I don't have it. I gotta do one myself, so I'm sorry. Okay, so back to the card. I saw first says, see you tomorrow night. Sorry for the early exit, but I have an early day tomorrow. Good night, AOW. Woo! Thank you so much, man. I thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you. Always a pleasure chatting with you as well. So see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. Eric says, great show. Thanks again. Bedtime for this old soldier. Thank you, man. Thank you for your super chat as well. You guys are crazy tonight. You guys are absolutely insane tonight with the super chats. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It's insane. So hopefully you have a good rest of your night, man. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow as well. All the new people. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's amazing. No Hack says, hey OW, I just finished watching Mania. How's the stream? The stream is insane. The stream is absolutely insane today. I can't thank you guys enough. WrestleMania was great as well. Tonight is just perfect. It's all just perfect. It's so amazing. Thank you guys so much. Dean M says, isn't it weird how 2 mid-card title matches are on one night? I mean, I don't really mind it. It probably would have been better had they moved them. You know, you could have taken the women's tag team turmoil match off, kept that on SmackDown, put the SmackDown tag team match, title match in, and then you would have had, I mean, if you did that, you'd have 2 tag title matches on one, 2 mid cards on the other, and you could just swap them. That way you'd have 1 mid card and 1 tag match on each one. Van says, how many super chats have you gotten today? I don't know. I don't think I can count them. It doesn't show me. The YouTube dashboard is trash, dude. It's not nearly as good as Twitch's. It's super like laggy right now. Like I can't hardly see very much of anything that's going on. So I don't know. It's kind of over on the screen though. There's a history of them. Anthony says this may be one of the most wholesome post show. Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, it's WrestleMania, man. It's the biggest, well, one of the 2 biggest nights of the year for wrestling. So it's great. Shows us the recent ones. Yeah. It doesn't show all of them, but it shows the recent ones. Yeah. What meal did I enjoy while watching WrestleMania? I had a Wagyu beef burger with some rice-a-roni. That was mine. Ashton says this post show is without a doubt my favorite I've ever been a part of. Thank you, man. I'm glad you're having a great time. I am certainly having a great time as well. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it tonight, but thank you guys. It's incredible. This is what it's all about. Having such a great time. Okay, but like I said, back to the tag team turmoil match here. We had Billie Kay and Carmella, and I mean, this thing was just kind of a disaster, right? Travis says no chicken tonight. No, we've actually been taking a break from chicken. We bought some Wagyu beef patties at the store the other day, and it had 4 in them. So we each had one yesterday, and we each had one tonight, just to kind of break it up from the chicken, which is it's back to chicken tomorrow. Charlie says the only reason the tag turmoil match was on Mania was because WWE felt like they didn't have enough women on the card, and the whole match felt forced. Bianca versus Banks, on the other hand, was amazing. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Man. Couldn't agree more. It's crazy. Making you cry. Well, don't cry, my friend. Don't cry. Have a good time. Thank you guys so much. Van says this post show might get more views than the TLC one. The TLC one has like 8,000 views, I think. The TLC post show was crazy. That was before I had monetization though, so there was no super chats, there was no memberships, there was nothing at that point. Ayan says this got to be the best post show stream of yours. I always really enjoy talking to you. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Ryan says it was a botch fest. Yes, it was, unfortunately. And I hate it, man. Like, they really need to work this out. If they're going to do the women's tag teams, just kind of figure it out. You know, why not just have another women's match? You could have done anything that you needed to get a match here. You could have put Bayley against someone. So you still could have had this tag team turmoil match on SmackDown. Put Bayley randomly in a match with someone who can go. Give them 10 minutes. And call it a day. That would have solved the problem with not having too many women, or not having enough women, on one night. I think that would have been completely fine. It's just the women's tag team division in WWE, it's not working for me. It's really not working for me. Ash says this post show is enough to make a grown man cry. It's good stuff, man. Some would say that it is
such good shit.
Fly says, did you think after the build we had for WrestleMania that we would be talking about how good it turned out night one, at least? I was expecting the show to be good. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but I was expecting it to deliver for sure. WWE has been pretty good on their pay-per-views. They missed half of Fastlane. Half of that show was kind of not so much, but the rest of them have been great. So I'm excited, man. I'm always excited. Like, everyone thinks that I just hate WWE and that I don't want to see them do well. It's like, no, we're frustrated, or I'm frustrated. I can't speak for everyone else, but myself, I'm frustrated because I see stuff like this and I'm like, man, these guys are capable of so much more. Look at the stuff that they're able to pull off when they want to. So it's really frustrating when you see these things and then on a weekly basis, they just give you the snickle fritz. You know, they're not delivering. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're just trying to get by. And it's super frustrating. Like, I want them to succeed so bad. There's nothing more in keep in mind, I watch these shows every single week. I don't want to sit here miserably on Monday for 3 hours. There's nothing more that I would love to have Monday Night Raw be the best 3 hours of the week. It would be incredible. It would make my life so much better because for me, I'm just trying to stay awake during Raw. I'm like, damn, bro, like, I feel like this show's been on for 8 hours and, you know, there's still 2 hours left. And it's like, whew, good Lord. So, you know, I really want them to succeed. And this is proof that they can do it. They really can. If they put their minds to it, they can deliver us a very good show on a weekly basis. It needs to happen. Now is the time. The WWE year is over after tomorrow. A new setting takes place for everything. The Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania. I hope that they're huge. I hope that there's some shakeups. I hope that there's some NXT call-ups or whatever it is that you want to call them these days. I hope there's maybe some returns, some debuts, whatever it is to make these shows exciting and bring life back to them. We need it. Okay. This guy's a weirdo. Dude, the YouTube dashboard, man. I'm going to talk trash about it all night. It just does not work. Jesus. There you go. I'm putting you in timeout for spamming my chat with bullshit. This guy. Come on, YouTube dashboard, do it. Oh my God, man. I can't do it. It won't work. It's so choppy. Like I can't click on anything. There we go. Jesus. Took long enough. Good Lord. Oh my God. Trevin says WWE going TV 14 would be the perfect first step. I think that they could do what they need to do with still being PG, you know? I think they could. Dial says, question, do you guys think like it's a mistake that Rhea is already facing Asuka? It seems like Asuka keeps getting screwed over at Mania. I mean, at this point, I think it's a wrap for Asuka. Like, her Raw Women's Championship reign was just, it was terrible. So I really think it's just time to move on. I think it is. Let me grab my iPad. Maybe I can like monitor chat from here, and maybe I can control it from here with the YouTube app. That would be pretty cool if I could do that, because it's absolute trash on here. Do they have like a live dashboard? I don't think they do. But yeah, okay. Seeing the fans was weird. It really was, dude. It was so weird to see fans in attendance. It was crazy. It felt so good, though. It felt so good. It was so nice. You can't do it on the phone. God damn it. Jeremy says, man, besides the bad Raws this year, 2020 has been great so far. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying everything, man. IMJ says, not with the Thunderdome will there be consistency in booking. I could definitely see them being like, you know what, we don't care. I could totally see it happening. I just wish that wasn't the case. I wish it wasn't the case. I wonder if I can open this in another setting and see what it looks like. Okay, so anyways, back to this women's tag team turmoil match. It was not good. It was not good. I saw a lot of people say, or a couple of people say, that this match alone could fill 2 entire episodes of Botchamania. And I kind of agree. I kind of agree with it. It was not good. We did not need to see it. The Riot Squad was looking pretty good. So I was excited. I'm like, man, they kept the WWE Championship on Bobby Lashley at the beginning. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe they know. Maybe they know what's going on. Maybe they're going to wise up, and maybe they will do what's best for business. Maybe they will put the straps, or, they will give the opportunity at least to the Riot Squad. But no, they did not. They did not. So my prediction for this was that Natalya or Tamina would win. I said if they didn't win, that it would be Lana and Naomi, and Lana and Naomi got eliminated first, which I was kind of surprised to see. I thought that maybe they would go with that redemption arc here for Lana and get her, get back at Big for throwing her through the table for 8 weeks in a row or whatever, yada, yada, yada it was. But they went with Natalya and Tamina, which is okay because they've been trying to build them up for all of this time. So it makes sense. Let's put the straps on Natalya and Tamina tomorrow, which might not end up being that much better than Shayna Baszler and Big. But you know what? I'm ready for a change. I at least need that. James says, I know how upsetting Drew's loss was. Imagine if Drew McIntyre went on a hiatus for 1 month, then AEW debut as Drew Galloway at Double or Nothing and becomes world champion. Well, why would Drew McIntyre need to go to AEW? WWE has treated Drew McIntyre like $1 million. $1 million with his WWE Championship reign. He has no reason to leave. And AEW is full, man. AEW is full. They don't need any more people, especially like main event people. They only have 1 championship, and Kenny Omega's going to have the championship for God knows how long. And Hangman Adam Page is 100% the next AEW World Champion. So you have to factor those in there, and it's going to be crazy. Crazy. Vance says, how was TakeOver Night 2, though? I wasn't able to watch it. Is the whole show a must watch? Is the whole show a must watch? Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole is 100% a must watch, but I have to tell you that match alone is 40 minutes long. Karrion Kross and Finn Balor, I think you could skip that one. Johnny Gargano and Bronson Reed, I thought was a pretty good match as well. And Santos Escobar and Jordan Devlin was a good match as well. So watch those three. Oh yeah, well guess what, sir? I just went through and refreshed everything and it's not choppy anymore. So now you catch the ban. The timeout, it didn't work. You know what? It's wait for it. It's coming. There it is. Oh, you love to see it. He can type, but no one will ever see it. I love that. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. So that, Flamingo, I hope you got a non-skippable ad when you came in here. I hope so. Jova says, I can't wait until Paige becomes AEW World Champion. I don't think Paige would leave and do that. I don't think so. It seems like they're really taking care of her, right? She's on some sort of Legends contract or some sort of contract where she still gets paid from them. So, and she streams still, doesn't she too? Or did they take that away from her? I can't remember. I don't know. But I think it would be cool if she was able to come back. A lot of people have defied the odds and have been able to do that. Anthony says, was there opening pyro? My phone died just before the show started. Oh. Adam Page, not the women's page. My how did I read that wrong so many times? For somehow I read, I can't wait until Paige becomes AEW World Champion. Somehow I read that as I can't wait for Paige with an I becomes AEW Women's Champion. My apologies. You love to see it, right? Trevin says, I wish the Raw and SmackDown Thunderdome shows could have limited fans back. Me too, man. Even if they could do what NXT did, it would be drastically different. I would love to see that for Raw and SmackDown. I don't know why they ever got rid of that. Like, you could keep the get rid of the front row, right? Of the fan faces or whatever the hell it is, Thunderdome, whatever it is that you want to call them. Get rid of the front row of them, put people in there, leave the other faces behind. You can leave it on. The way that they did it for NXT was fine. You could still hear the fake crowd noise. It was very faint. It sounded like it was just kind of there to fill it out a little bit, which is cool. And then just have the other people make noise. That's cool. Totally fine with that. Van says, let's say they can bring back the audience. Who will watch Raw for 3 hours? Yeah, that's right. Zach says, see you tomorrow, Detective. It just turned 6 a.m. and I'm exhausted. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of the show. See you back here for night 2. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your support. You are a real trooper, man, for staying up until 6 a.m. Thank you so much for being a disciple, man. I appreciate you. And I'm excited to see you tomorrow as well. So next up on our card list, let's continue going on here. We're at an hour and 20 minutes almost. Absolutely insane. We had Father Rollins taking on Cesaro. This was the match that I was looking forward to the most. Seth Rollins, incredible. Cesaro, incredible. So I was really looking forward to this one. Really looking forward to this one. And they delivered. They absolutely delivered. And I guess before we get to the match, Seth Rollins debuted new music tonight. New music, which was kind of crazy, you know. The Burn It Down probably scared the hell out of everyone because it was so immediate. There was like no warning before it. There was no music before it. It just literally just kicked off with Burn It Down. So, you know, fans probably didn't get the proper amount of time to get ready to scream it. But the music was good. The music was really good. It sounds like some sort of remix from his original Burn It Down theme and like a remix of his Messiah theme, like all mashed together with the Burn It Down stuff. I like it. I like it, which is crazy because recently the WWE themes have been very lackluster. They always sound like generic rock superstar 07, and you know they're not bringing the heat. For this, I thought it was great. I thought this was great. I liked the little fire spirals that they had on the entrance ramp. Words are difficult. As well, it was good. It was all good. I was very happy about it. All was good in the world. And he said something during this match that I loved. I actually forgot to post it on Instagram, so I gotta find it here on Twitter so I can quote it properly. But this was all good. This was all good. I was very excited for Cesaro. You know, Cesaro is so talented. The guy he's been there just waiting to get the right opportunities to just be launched to the moon. Sorry. To the moon. And this was the perfect opportunity. Seth Rollins, he looked great tonight as well, but damn, he made Cesaro look like $1 million. So good from start to finish. I absolutely loved this match. You know, whether it was Cesaro fighting to get Seth Rollins in the swing, but you know, Rollins counters it into a roll up, or he's fighting out of the sharpshooter and all that. There was actually another segment here where Rollins like came down from the neutralizer or whatever it was and landed in a pedigree position, but Cesaro was able to capitalize and reverse it again into another neutralizer. That was incredible. The part where Seth Rollins was on the ground with the ropes and Cesaro grabbed him and flipped him up and he landed. It was so good. Like, there's so many really high points about this match, and more importantly than anything, the UFO. The UFO. It is so good. It's so amazing. Like, not only is it ungodly impressive to be able to do, but it looks so good on camera. So good. I was so happy to see this. It seemed like the fans were really behind Cesaro tonight. It really feels like they were behind him. You could tell how excited he was afterwards as well. Cesaro deserves this huge win. This is Cesaro's first singles match at WrestleMania, and he gets a huge win over Seth Rollins. I hope that they're able to carry on with this momentum for Cesaro and take him somewhere where he needs to go. Cesaro needs to go to the main event scene. He needs to. He needs to be up in that main event scene. He needs to challenge eventually for the Universal Championship. And more importantly than anything, the guy needs to win the Universal Championship. If Edge and Daniel Bryan cannot do the job at dethroning Roman Reigns tomorrow night at WrestleMania, later down the line, that luxury should go to Cesaro. It really should. Fly says, love this match so much. The flip into the neutralizer was so good. It really was. It was. These guys were so impressive. They did a lot of very good spots, which I always love to see the ridiculous spots. Like, they're just so enjoyable. You know, you don't need to see them all the time, but it's WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania. So this is the perfect time to pull out all of the stops. Shelva says, Cesaro, next Universal Champion, man. I hope so. I hope so, dude. Ashton says, strap a damn rocket to Cesaro's back and take my mans to the moon. Yes. Please. Please, 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 please. Van says, you know what? The first rule of the Money in the Bank match should be that no former WWE champion will be in the match. That'd be interesting, but you know they would break that rule so fast. They'd break it so fast. Vanch also says, okay, AOW, gotta go, but I promise you tomorrow I will be with you all during the show. No worries, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your super chat. As always, my friend, it's always a pleasure to see you. Ayan also gotta go as well. No worries, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Dial says Seth is so nice for putting over Owens and Cesaro and losing 2 Manias in a row. Stand-up guy. He knows that he will always be a top guy, and he's helping others. Jan says, can I go, or before I go, can I get it to the moon? Yes, sure. I got you, my friend. Jan is going to the moon. There you go, dude. Have a good rest of your night, my friend. Yeah, Seth Rollins, like you said, Seth Rollins is always going to be on top. Seth Rollins, he can take an L. He's the guy that can help put over people and take them to that next level. It's not really going to affect him. I mean, for God's sake, last year, Seth Rollins, I think he had like a 15, 16, 17 match streak where it didn't have a distinctive finish. It was always a disqualification. It was a count out. It was a no contest. Like, there was always something going on with the Seth Rollins match. And if that couldn't kill his momentum, then I feel like the guy's untouchable at this point. I feel like he's untouchable. Jan says, always a pleasure talking to you. Bye. Everyone else, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, man. Have a good rest of your night. Amir says, Randy would be so proud of Cesaro with that stomp cutter. Yes. Yes, he would. DNM says, everyone has so many dream matches for Edge ever since he came back from a 9-year retirement. What about Edge versus Cesaro? If Edge wins the Universal Championship, although Edge isn't a heel, he's just fed up. Yeah, so that's what I have in my my predictions video. So I guess I can just kind of tell you, if you haven't seen it, I'll just tell you here what I said. So I'm okay with whatever happens tomorrow in the main event. If Daniel Bryan wins, cool, fine with that. If Roman Reigns wins, cool, I'm down with that. But I feel like the best choice is Edge. Why? Because this is Edge's comeback story, right? So last week on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan cut a promo saying like, look, I'm always defying all of the odds. So Daniel Bryan, he's too small to be a wrestler, right? No, you can't do this. He says, yes, I can. They said, you'll never make it to WWE. No. Yes, he does it. No, you'll never be a world champion. Yes, he goes and does it. No, you'll never be the face of the company. Yes, he goes and does it. So Daniel Bryan has always had his comeback. Like, his entire career has been about that comeback, right? Then we move on to Roman Reigns. Unfortunately, during Roman Reigns' first Universal Championship reign, his leukemia came back and he wasn't able to continue to wrestle. So he had to relinquish the championship to take some time off to get healthy and do what he needed to do to battle this cancer. So Roman came back hotter than he has ever been in his entire career. He beat cancer, came back, whooped everyone's asses, became the Universal Champion, and he's having the time of his life right now. The Roman Reigns gimmick, the tribal chief, all of that, the head of the table, it is easily the best thing that WWE has going on right now. Roman Reigns is at the point right now where Vince has been trying to get him here forever, for years. He's finally here. These two already have their comeback story. Edge, forced to retire early because of an injury. Thought he would never step in the ring again. The guy, against all odds, manages to come back. And Daniel Bryan had this same obstacle as well, by the way, which I forgot to mention. But Edge comes back. He gets the opportunity of a lifetime to enter the Royal Rumble and hopefully have a shot at a world championship. But the odds are stacked against him because this man has to enter at number 1. So what does he do? He runs it all the way to the end. Edge wins the Royal Rumble from the number 1 spot and earns himself a Universal Championship shot at Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. We are in the middle of Edge's comeback story. We're in it right now. And I think him getting the championship I think it closes it. I think it closes out the chapter. He was never supposed to be able to wrestle again. He was never supposed to win the Royal Rumble. He's never supposed to win the Universal Championship. And here he is, winning the Universal Championship. And a lot of people speculate that if Edge wins the Universal Championship, that he will bring back Big Gold, the World Heavyweight Championship. I would be thrilled. That is my favorite championship of all time. So I would be so happy for that. And imagine Edge walking around with the World Heavyweight Championship once again. But more importantly, he could feud with Cesaro later down the line. Imagine Cesaro walking around with that World Heavyweight Championship. That's just a beautiful picture that I think everyone should see. And so the whole thing here too as well is that, okay, so Edge wins the Universal Championship, but what happens with Roman Reigns? What happens with Daniel Bryan? Glad you asked. I'll tell you. Here's the story. Roman Reigns is pissed because Edge beat Daniel Bryan. Edge never beat Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan is the one that took from the family. Daniel Bryan took money out of the family. They took the food away from the table of Roman Reigns' family. He disrespected the family. He made the family look like a bunch of fools. So Roman says, hey, Edge, I see you, bro. I see you. You have my world championship. And let me tell you, I'm coming for you. Don't get it twisted. I am coming for you. But I have to handle some business first in Daniel Bryan, because he ruined everything. So he got to take him out, and wham, bam, there you go. There's your stories for everything. Edge can feud with whoever the hell he wants to for a couple months, and then Cesaro can enter in and steal the World Heavyweight Championship. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Ashton says this chat has finally calmed down, and I can read the comments. I know, I can actually scroll now, too. Like, I'm not even kidding. I could not scroll. My video feed was buffering. I couldn't see what was going on. The chat was just completely frozen. I didn't know what was going on at all. It was just crazy. Brian says, although Edge is probably winning tomorrow, I would love for Roman to win. Roman versus Cesaro, the golden child that has gotten everything versus the guy that has never gotten a chance. The story's there. Yeah, sure. I'm totally down for that as well. I am totally down for that as well. I would love to see it. Like I said, at the end of the day, I don't think that there's a wrong answer for the winner tomorrow in the triple threat. I think all of them are great. I think all the outcomes will be fine. I think they'll be able to play off of all the outcomes as well. So I'm just curious which route they take. Anthony says, let's not forget about Edge kind of making history in the world's greatest wrestling match ever. Oh God, Backlash. The exhale of doom. DNM says Roman versus Daniel feud to continue would still make Roman good. I would be happy if Roman can still keep being the tribal chief. Yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. Eli says, no lie, I might cry if Edge wins. I'm a grown man, but that's just beautiful. It would be. It would be. Amir says, this is random, but I would love to see Orton feud with Riddle for the United States Championship. Yeah, that is a little random. That would be a random one. That would be interesting. I don't know. I'm not even sure if Matt Riddle's going to hold the United States Championship anymore after tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe it'll be Sheamus who dethrones him. I don't know. I'm really up in the air about that one. Okay, but anyways, back to this match here. So Seth Rollins, he was standing over a downed Cesaro, and he screams to him, I survived the neutralizer. I survived the swing. He raises his hands up and says, I am a god. I loved it. I love that part. It just played on everything that I do so much. So it was so good. I had to get that one in. Eric says, last one, sorry. Who will get the night 2 push and get over or the biggest pop? Rhea, Apollo, Bray's epic entrance? Thanks. For me, I got to go with The Fiend. I think that The Fiend's going to have the best entrance. I hope they go all out for him. I really do. I hope it's a little bit different since he's burnt. So I'm going for that one. I think that the entrances will have big pops, though, especially Rhea Ripley. She'll have a good one. DNM says if WWE can bring back the Intercontinental Championship from 2003, they can bring back the big gold belt. Remember when Stone Cold brought it back when he was co-GM of Raw? Yeah, I mean, they need to bring it in. It's so good. It's the best championship ever. It's so beautiful. Philip says, good night. See you tomorrow. Let's see the Nexus return tomorrow. I think they are supposed to return last year, but they didn't. But we see you tomorrow at the Nexus return. Thank you, man, Philip, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you, my friend. See you tomorrow. I have my fingers crossed for you. Brian says, I need to see Seth have a long world title reign with this character. Sure. Eventually. I wouldn't be mad at seeing that. Sure. But I'd like to see Cesaro inserted into that. If Edge is going to win it, then I want it to go Roman, Edge, Cesaro. If Roman continues to have it, I still want to see Cesaro be the one to take that from him. If they continue on with Roman, Cesaro can take it sooner. If it's Edge, I feel like Edge needs to have a couple of feuds before Cesaro gets entered into that. Fly says Seth and Cesaro are such good friends. That's gotta feel so good to know you and your good friend not only have a match of the night contender, but you gave him his first win at Mania. Just amazing. Yeah, it's so good, man. It's so good. I'm so happy for him. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. James says, do you think Mandy and Dana look like a team of twins? Yeah, kind of. Pretty much. They look identical. Anthony says, can Seth survive AOW? You're finished? No. No one can survive the Stairway to Heaven, which is what my finisher would be. Which I think is called like a Kamigori or something like that. That Kota Ibushi. I didn't know that Kota Ibushi did it, okay? But, that's my finisher. Anthony says, I was headbanging to Seth's new theme more than when I was listening to Slipknot. Glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was great as well. Dial J says, Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time. I'm going to get emotional tomorrow. I can't wait. The main event's going to be very emotional. It is. Like, realistically, all three of these guys in the main event should maybe never have wrestled again. Daniel Bryan had a career-ending injury. Edge had a career-ending injury. Roman Reigns had leukemia. He had cancer. This guy had to battle cancer. Like, all three of these guys came back from the unthinkable. All three of them. So this main event is it's insane on another level. On a whole nother level. Ashton says, I couldn't tell Mandy and Dana apart. I don't think that Michael Cole could either. Dean M says, rip DMX, man. Another hip-hop legend gone. Yeah. I love DMX, man. I really wish that I could play DMX music here. I would have that for the intro and for the starting soon screen here. I love DMX. He's a huge part of my childhood. May he rest in peace, man. He's in a better place now. So yeah, I feel for his family and his friends. Brendan says, do you think the tribal chief will have new music tomorrow? I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. They just randomly gave Seth Rollins new music today, so might as well. Why not? Screw it. Everyone. This is like WWE is just going to be like Oprah right now, just giving everyone new music. So why not? Screw it. Screw it. Next up, we had the Raw Tag Team Championship match. We had Big E here. Big E came out to do the New Day's entrance. Oh, I loved this so much. I'm so sad that they split up the New Day. It sucks so much. They could have easily done this stuff with them together on the same show. They didn't have to take them away from each other to do this. So it was really cool to see them reunite during the promo section here, during the 45-minute delay. It was great to see them together there. It was absolutely amazing to see Big E do the New Day entrance here. I love it. I love it so much. The New Day is fantastic. And they were defending their Raw Tag Team Championships against AJ Styles and Omos. Very, very interesting match here. I thought this one was pretty predictable in terms of who would win here. Of course, it was going to be AJ Styles and Omos. AJ Styles is now a Grand Slam champion in WWE. So congratulations to him. That's a huge accomplishment. I know that AJ Styles said he wanted to team with Finn Balor. So it's a shame that we're not getting that, but I love the dynamic between AJ Styles and Omos. It's fun. I think AJ Styles can be perfect in any role, if I'm being honest. Like, the guy fits into anything. He can be a good face. He can be a good heel. Like, I love this shitty, childish heel character that he is right now. It's a lot of fun, and I think he pulls it off perfectly. So the New Day here, their whole entire thing was to keep AJ Styles isolated from Omos. Which, I mean, if you're just looking at it from a size point of view, I get it, right? Like, Omos, the guy's 25 feet tall. He's huge. He's scary. But, like, realistically, AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers in the world. So, it's kind of weird at the same time. But I get it. All right? I'm not complaining. I understand. So, the New Day's whole objective here was to keep AJ Styles away. They were cutting the ring in half, as tag teams would like to say. They were keeping AJ Styles as far away from Omos as they possibly could, because they knew that when Omos gets in the ring, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They didn't want Omos in the ring. And, of course, you know what ended up happening? AJ Styles ended up getting the tag to Omos. And he came in, and he whooped their asses. He whooped their asses. It was insane. It was insane. And, of course, he had a dominant pin to the disrespectful pin, man. He put the foot over the chest and got the pin. I can't remember if it was Xavier Woods or Kofi that he pinned, but man, he had the dominant monster disrespectful pin there. Woo. Dial says, in a tweet, Roman did say to a fan, be patient, they are working on a new theme for me. Well, hopefully, at least they're spending their time on it. That's great. That's great to see. How you doing, Capone? How you doing, my friend? It was Kofi? Okay, fair enough. Fly is saying, Wood screaming, AJ, no, do not do it, killed me. Those guys are so entertaining. I love the New Day so much. So entertaining. But yeah, AJ Styles is now a Grand Slam champion in the WWE. So what does the landscape of the Raw Tag Team division look like now? With AJ Styles and Omos at the top. We have the New Day, of course. I believe we still have Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander as a tag team. Who else? Is there another tag team on Raw that I'm forgetting? Or is it literally just these three? Anthony says, I am still mad that we did not get Triple H versus AJ. I know, man. I would have loved to have seen that. Roy Toe says, hi, greetings from Puerto Rico. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Fly Variety says, King Woods one day. Yes. Please hold another King of the Ring tournament and let Xavier Woods go all the way. He deserves it, man. You can tell how much he cares about King of the Ring. Like me, I love the King of the Ring. It's so good. And Xavier Woods, he's the one that seems so adamant about fighting to get it back. So, like, it really sucked to see him be a part of it and to have King Corbin win. That was a shame. But Chad Gable showed his ass in that tournament as well, if I remember correctly. Like, Chad Gable was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I did see Fly say Lucha House Party. Yes. Yeah, they're on Raw. That's right. Because Kalisto was on SmackDown, so they did split them up. So, yeah. The Viking ratings were here tonight. No, so Ivar was not here. Only Eric. Eric was in that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on Friday. Ashton says, King Xavier in Booker T's voice. Yes. Wavy says, I can't wait for the Fiend and Randy match. I'm not necessarily looking forward to the match, but I'm more so looking forward to the Fiend's entrance. Like I said, I think that the Fiend's entrance is going to be longer than the match itself. I think it's just going to be a squash. Roy Toe says, I like your stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. I like having you here. It's a pleasure. Anthony says, I can't see another celebrity perform better at WrestleMania than Bad Bunny. You know the work he put in that match. It is
such good shit.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. I couldn't agree more, man. Bad Bunny killed it. Absolutely killed it. We're almost there. We're almost to the Bad Bunny section. We're almost there. Almost there. Anthony says Ivar was here tonight in the beginning of Mania. What? Where? I didn't see Ivar anywhere. He wasn't in any match. Was he in the crowd or something? I think he's going to be out for a while, too. He had like a serious neck injury. DNM says, I miss King of the Ring, man. Chad Gable should have been pushed after his run in the tournament. Maybe have him be the Intercontinental Champion. I'd love it. I would love to see Chad Gable do something more than he's doing right now. Like, cool, the stuff with Otis is all right. Like, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but I would love to see Chad Gable do more. I think the guy's really capable of it. I think he is. Ashton says, Bad Bunny pulled a Pat McAfee. Yeah, he killed it, dude. He killed it. Bosley says, what do you think they'll do with Bobby and Drew? I'm not sure. Hopefully it's the end of the road. Hopefully there's some new challengers here for Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre can climb his way back up to the top. Climb his way back up. Royto says they should do a Queen of the Ring. Bad Bunny was trained by Drew Gulak. I would love to see a Queen of the Ring too. I'm down for all of that. You know, if they want to put those on a pay-per-view, if they want to have those like end at WrestleMania or something like that, that'd be cool. Or just end at some sort of pay-per-view. They could do the qualifying matches on, the episodes of Raw or SmackDown in advance, and they could just do the finals. That'd be super cool. I like that a lot. Jamel says Chad Gable gives me Kurt Angle 2001 vibes. Yes. Yes. You know, I'll always say this. I always wanted to see Team Angle 2.0 with Kurt Angle leading Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. That would have been beautiful. Especially you could have thrown in Shelton Benjamin as well and just had like this crazy Team Angle thing going on. That would have been so cool, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. WWE Emoji says, why didn't WWE book Bayley versus Michael Cole? That would have been funny. Sure, I would have loved to seen that. Especially after Michael Cole's terrible commentary tonight. I was not into Michael Cole's commentary tonight. Really, really not into it. Anthony says, in the background when all wrestlers in the beginning. Oh, he was. Oh, okay, interesting. I did not know that. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. It does. So next up here, we have the announcement of WWE 2K22. What do you guys think? What did you guys think about the tease that they have for WWE 2K22? Who's buying this game? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm buying this game for sure. The only WWE game that I haven't bought was Battlegrounds, just because I was still so salty about 2K20 being so bad. But man, they had an extra entire year to work on this WWE 2K22 game. It looks good. But graphics are not everything to me. It's not what I'm looking forward to the most in games. I want it to be playable. I want this game to be enjoyable, and I want it to last more than the 6 hours it takes to beat the campaign or the career mode. So for me, I'm 100% buying this game, just based solely on the fact that I like to do a playthrough of them on YouTube. So I will be doing that for sure, but I hope that there's a lot of replayability on this. I would love to at some point do, I've told you guys, I want to do a universe mode, like a live stream for universe mode, and like the chat can just be in control of everything. Pick the roster, pick everything. So the feuds and all of that, like I think that would be a lot of fun, but the game needs to be good enough to do it, to not crash all the time. So hopefully this one's good. Hopefully they give us some game modes that we need. People are dying to see some sort of GM mode. And I really think that they could do a hybrid of their universe mode. They don't have to give us like some old crazy, completely different version of that mode. I think that there is a way to turn universe mode into some sort of GM mode. I think it's possible. The two can mesh together so well. I mean, that's essentially what it is, right? It's pretty much a GM mode without like the money factor to it. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Like there's no competition between the shows, but you could add that in. So put in a salary cap, put in ratings comparisons, and I guess ratings as well, and contracts and stuff like that, and just bake it right into universe mode. So you could go to your universe mode, toggle on GM settings, and just have it all that other stuff open up. If you didn't want those kind of settings, you just leave them off and you have your typical universe mode. That'd be great. A more in-depth story would be very good to see as well. I was not a fan of the last one with the two characters. They had the woman look super strong, and then they had the guy just look dumb. And I was like, man, I don't want my dude to be looking like this all the time. Come on. Ashton says the Hurt Business should be on the cover of 2K22. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Do you guys think that Rey Mysterio is going to be on the cover since he was the one in the commercial? I could definitely see that happening. And I wonder too, are they going to make the Thunderdome a playable arena in here? I wonder if they're going to. Wrestling Revolution, they have a Thunderdome arena. I wonder if they're going to put that in 2K22. They should. It should be in there. We can't forget that this ever happened. We have to see it. Knowledge says, I want to be able to make more than 100 superstars, and I want them to add more options to create an arena. Make a sick WrestleMania arena. Damn, dude, you have over 100 created superstars? Damn. I feel like even creating my one guy is too much for me to do. I just create one. You know what else would be cool is a unified creation suite, so that things aren't limited to Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam like that. Because I always buy them on PC because it feels like that's the one that has the least amount of problems. And everyone that makes the cool cause and stuff, I think is on PS4 or PS5 now. So it's like, damn, bro. Soapy says Bobby Lashley on the cover. From the commercial alone, I feel like it's gonna be Rey Mysterio, but I don't know. We'll see. Royto says Legends mode should be included, but with people like Miss Elizabeth, Trish, Mickey James, etc. Sure. And I think that what they should do is have an expandable career mode or an expandable kind of showcase Road to WrestleMania thing, they could even make it DLC. I don't care. That's fine with me. Just to like increase the playability. The other stuff on the other game, it didn't really matter. It wasn't enough to entice me to come back to it. I never went back and played WWE 2K20. I played the career mode. I played enough to unlock Pilgrim Rusev because that was like the most hilarious thing ever to me. Oh, and I unlocked The Fiend too. But other than that, I didn't care. I don't care about like a post-apocalyptic characters or like people that we already have. Give us new characters. Give us stories. Give us a Road to WrestleMania for someone. Give us a showcase for someone. And then, 3-4 months later down the line, give us another one for like $10. That way we have a whole other story or expand in your career modes. You could have a career mode for this time. And then later on, they could pipe in another one as a DLC. $10. You unlock this new career mode where you can play through as well. A whole new story. I think it'd be great. Trevin says bring back Road to WrestleMania. Anyone remember that? Yeah, it was great. I really think they need to do some crazy stuff with it. Ashton says my favorite game was 2K14 where they had all the WrestleManias. There you go. I don't think I played that one before. Knowledge says WWE 2K20 was the first WWE game I ever pre-ordered. Boy, did I get screwed over. But honestly, I did like the DLC and all the crazy wasteland stuff. It was cool, but I just think that for DLC, it should be more impressive. I really do. I'm excited for it though. I'm going to play it for sure. I'm going to probably stream it. I'm 100% going to be making career mode videos out of that on my gaming channel, which we will have. And I don't know how, but somehow, some way, I need to get linked up with WWE games. I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of the rollout for 2K22. I want to get the opportunity to play it and unroll it. I want to get some news to provide to people. Like, we're gamers here as well. I'm a huge gamer. I game all the time. And I think it's right. I think I fit in perfectly. So I need to figure out how to get a hold of these guys. We need to work together, WWE Games. Contact me, please. Get a hold of me. We need to talk. We need to talk immediately. I want to be a part of the rollout for 2K22. Damn it. I want to. You know, I got to do it for Retromania Wrestling. That was really cool. That was a cool opportunity. I'm very happy for that. Bosley said, I never understood how DLCs work. Could you explain? I'm slow at that kind of stuff. So a DLC is downloadable content. So it's usually an extension of the game. So, you know, for instance, we'll just take a story-driven game. So you go through the entire campaign for it, of your single-player game. And then like a month later, they'll release a DLC, which you can pay for, or you get it included in some sort of deluxe bundle, but they're usually like 15 or 30 bucks or something like that, if I remember correctly. So you pay the 15 bucks, let's say, and you download it, and it extends your game. So it will give you like a new story that goes beyond what was originally a part of the game, or a different side quest part, or adds different like gear, stuff like that. If that makes sense, Anthony says, what if Retribution is on the cover? Oh God, I'm still going to buy it, but oh God. Can you please read my comment about Becky Lynch? Sure. I think I can find it. He says echo voice for words in parentheses. Sure. I got you. No, Becky Lynch trolled us again. Yep, she did. She got you with the night too as well. Bianca should be on the cover. I would love to see that. Bianca and Roman Reigns. That'd be cool. Just Bianca. I would love that too. I would love it. AOW on the cover. Hell yeah. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Yes. So good. All right. Let's go through the remaining matches here. We have Shane McMahon taking on Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. I had zero interest in this match whatsoever. It was not for me. I hated the build for this. It was terrible. I'm not a fan of the stupid thing. It's just, it's not for me. I'm not a fan of the sliming stuff. I wasn't a fan of all of this. I really wasn't a fan of seeing Jackson Riker and Elias attack Braun Strowman from behind and blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, it is what it is. This match, of course, it went exactly how I thought it would. Exactly how I thought it would. Shane McMahon just willing to die in a WWE ring for some odd reason. I have no idea. But, you know, with all of that aside, I do think that this was a pretty decent match. Like, I'm not going to lie about it. Just because I hated the build and everything else about it, I thought the match came together pretty good. There were some good spots. Of course, you know, the part where Shane McMahon is climbing out of the ring, as soon as he put his fist through the steel cage, the chain link part, to wave goodbye to Braun Strowman, I knew that it was a wrap for him. I was like, you know what? He's going to grab his arm. There is no way in hell that he's just going to climb down from here. So Braun Strowman gets up, grabs Shane McMahon's arm, holds on to it while he's trying to climb down. He's trying to jump down from it. Braun Strowman is on the rope standing. He's grabbing the chain link and just rips it away from the steel, the support beams. It was such a really cool visual. It was so much cooler than having him climb up and try to pull Shane up from the top. Having him go straight through the cage, or the chain link, better yet, was so cool. So he rips it out, grabs him, throws him back, and then, you know, eventually Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon end up on top of the steel cage, and Braun Strowman launches him right off the top. Guy does a flip, lands on his back. God damn, man. That is got to be so painful. So painful, man. Like, I can't even imagine how something like that would feel. It's gotta be brutal. Like, oh, it hurts just watching it. Good Lord. Welcome back, Aeon, my friend. Welcome back, my friend. Anthony says it was such
good shit.
Philip says WWE 2K22 come out. Can you download the Nexus? Good night. Good night for real. See you tomorrow. Good night, my friend. I will download the Nexus for you if someone creates them in 2K22. Just for you, Philip. I got you. Amir says, thought Adam Rose was back when the Bunnies came out. Yeah, at first I was like, bro, this better not be Bad Bunny's entrance. There's no way. There's no way, right? Ooh, thank God. Royto says, breaking news, Shane was taken to the hospital. Well, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all if that was true, because that is crazy. So, of course, after this, I guess if you guys want to play on the Braun Strowman being stupid thing here for a moment, Braun Strowman throws Shane McMahon off of the steel cage into the middle of the ring, and all he had to do was climb outside, I guess, better yet, because he climbed down the wrong side of the cage. If he crawled out on the outer side, he would have won the match, but he crawled back down on the inside. He picked up Shane McMahon, hit him with a running power slam, and then pinned him 1, 2, 3. For me, maybe other people feel differently about this way, but I don't feel like you should have pinfalls or submissions in a steel cage. Of course, they make sense in a Hell in a Cell where you're actually trapped in there, but to me, having a steel cage, like, it always feels like the objective should be to crawl up and out, with that being the only way to get out of there. It makes so much more sense to me than being able to pin someone or submit them. It's just something I would really like to see in the future, is to maybe get rid of the pinfall, maybe get rid of the submission. And I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Oh no, AEW did do pins or submissions. They just removed the door, I think, which is also super dumb. Get rid of the door on a steel cage. Well, don't get rid of the door, because, you know, the people should be able to get in fairly easy, but don't open the door for people when they get over close to it. No, they need to crawl over the top and escape that way. That is how a steel cage should be, in my opinion. That's how it should be. We'll probably never see those stipulations get changed, but man, I just feel like it would make so much more sense. I feel like it would make the match much more intense as well if there were no pinfalls, no submissions, no nothing. You know? Fly says, didn't they even do a rope break in a steel cage? I don't know if it was a steel cage, but they certainly did for something. For a match that had no business being in. It might have just been a no disqualification match, sorry. I don't know. Trevin says Braun really ripped a cage with one hand and threw Shane with the other. It was good. It was good. Soapy says, unless you're Mark Henry level 100 Mafia boss plus players. James says, every time Shane McMahon is contracted to WWE, he gets a match at WrestleMania and gets spot at Survivor Series. It's just the way it is when you are the man of the sun. Oh. Sometimes words, man. That's how it goes when you are the son of the man. Son of the owner. Son of the guy that runs the place. Words. Words are difficult. God damn it. DNM says, imagine if the Fiend puts Orton on a straight jacket or a body bag and then he lights it on fire with Orton on it, or make the body disappear like how we did with John Cena. That'd be crazy. But they're going to be in front of a live audience, so I don't know what they can do. Delight says, oh, we got 100 likes. Did we? Oh, look at that. Oh, 108 likes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. The support tonight has been crazy. Absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. You're the best. You are the best. Anthony says, could you imagine if Braun did a frog splash on Shane from the cage? Oh my God. Oof. Ashton says, words are hard. Yeah, you know, when I get face cam, I'm gonna have to make like a words are hard thing that I could just pop up for my disgrace. I do it so often. I misspeak so often. And like 10 plus mega super chats. Yeah, it's crazy. The super chat total for tonight, I shit you not, is $108.84. That's how much money came through tonight in super chats. It is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Everyone came out and just absolutely killed it tonight. Like I don't even have words for how amazing the stream was tonight and how amazing chat was tonight. The support was crazy. Absolutely insane. Okay. Good for you. Okay. Anyways, we got 2 more matches here. We are 2 hours and 5 minutes into it, man. Whew. Anthony says you were going to the moon. Yes. So good. $1 Million Man AOW. Yes. Thank you guys so much. It's crazy. It is absolutely insane. Basili says, guys, hear me out. What if the Fiend that just came back, what if the Fiend is Brock Lesnar in disguise? That would be the wildest thing ever. I would feel like I was like on an acid trip or something like that. That'd be crazy. DNM says, imagine if the puppets from the Firefly Funhouse arrived as human-sized monster versions of themselves, abducting Orton like Huskus with a chainsaw chasing Orton. That'd be cool. Like, I really wish that they would do something more with the Fiend. Like, they have so much fun stuff to play off of that I wish that they would just do more. Okay, so if you guys want to spam your bunny emojis, now is the time. Now is the time to spam the bunny emoji. I will allow it. We are finally at the Bad Bunny tag team match, which had Bad Bunny and Damian Priest taking on the Fiend. Oh my God. It's been a long night, okay? It's been a long night. It is not the Fiend. It's not the Fiend, okay? Bad Bunny and Damian Priest taking on The Miz and John Morrison. The Miz and John Morrison, okay? Words are hard. Yes, words are hard. They are. God damn. This match was great for what it was. Like I said, I didn't like the bunny entrance here. It was not for me. It was funny to see them hopping, though. One of them almost ate shit and lost their mask. Bunny ears were falling off left and right. I think there was like 3 bunnies without an ear. Jaden says, too bad we don't have a missing ear bunny emoji. I know, right? It was crazy. I was like, man, this better not be Bad Bunny's entrance. This would be wild. So the Miz and Morrison came out to Hey Hey Hop Hop, I believe. And then Damian Priest had his amazing entrance as well, as always. Damian Priest, man, he's got a great entrance. I'm glad that they didn't change it too much. And then Bad Bunny had a really cool entrance as well. My man's was suited up in his Matrix gear here. He was on top of like an 18-wheeler driving to the arena. And then they had him pull up on top of the 18-wheeler as well. It was a really cool visual. Bad Bunny probably had the best entrance of the night. Bad Bunny also probably had the biggest pop of the night, if I'm being honest. Like, the fans loved Bad Bunny. They really did. I think a lot of people were still trying to question whether or not that the WWE universe was really behind Bad Bunny or not, or if this was all just a manufactured type thing. But I think, I think it was proven here that the fans in attendance, they liked Bad Bunny. And after tonight, I think that everyone should like Bad Bunny. I think that everyone should respect him for what he did. The man's a legend. And you know what? I said this on Twitter, okay? So the beginning of this match here was Damian Priest and The Miz. But The Miz was like, nah, bro. No, how about you send in your mans? Like, that's why we're here. Yada, yada, yada. Send in Bad Bunny. You know what happened? This man's Bad Bunny. He stood in the corner. He grabbed the tag rope before getting tagged in from Damian Priest. And it was at that moment that I was like, damn, I respect this guy. He's a legend for that alone. People in WWE don't grab the tag ropes. They're there. No one grabs them. No one follows the rules. Bad Bunny does. Bad Bunny follows the rules. It was great. It was great. I loved it. He did very good. Lots of strikes, at the beginning before we got into thing. He did a really great Hurricane Rana-ish type thing. I'm not quite sure what that move is called, but, spun him around a couple times and launched The Miz. That was great. He did a Bunny Destroyer on the outside of the ring to John Morrison. What a legend. What a legend, man. This guy, he performed so well. He also did a dive from the top rope to the outside on top of The Miz or John Morrison. I can't remember which one it was, but I'm happy. I am more than happy about this match. And I said, I was like, look, I made my mistakes. I was like, look, Adam McAfee does not belong in a WWE ring with Adam Cole. I was very wrong. I was very, very wrong about that one. Then you know what? I was like, okay, Pat McAfee, he'll do okay in War Games. Pat McAfee killed it in War Games. I was like, damn. Okay. Shaq got announced to have a match on AEW Dynamite, and I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Do not put Shaq on my TV. Get out of here with this nonsense. I am not watching this. I'm not watching this. I'm not going to lie. Shaq killed it. Shaq killed it. Absolutely killed it. So you know what? I was like, I'm not going to be wrong again. I'm not going to do it. I have faith in Bad Bunny. You know what? I think this guy's going to come out here. I think he's going to deliver. I think everything is going to be great. He's going to kill it. I had heard from rumors from everyone that were posted online that a lot of people backstage at WWE were very impressed with what Bad Bunny was able to do in the ring and stuff like that. The guy moved to Orlando for 3 months to train for this match. So, even if he didn't deliver in this match, my respect for him was already through the roof. Through the roof. To have that kind of dedication. And, supposedly, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, this guy can't be a superstar because I don't know about him. But I don't know about Bad Bunny. So from what I understand, the guy's a goddamn superstar. Like, he's ungodly popular with people. So for him to be that big of a superstar and to take 3 months out of his life to train for a wrestling match is insane. And I can't respect that enough. Cannot respect that enough. Shout out to Bad Bunny for everything that he did tonight. He killed it. And I would not mind seeing more of him. I wouldn't. He did very good. If they can keep Bad Bunny around for a little bit, have him team up with Damian Priest. Why not? The tag team division is shit. on Raw anyways. So why not have these guys be a part of it? Oh, Miz and Morrison are technically a tag team as well, when we were talking about that earlier. But yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Libra says, mark my words, I will be at WrestleMania 38 next year. You know, they had Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WrestleMania 38 commercial. And I was like, I might need to be here. I might need to be at WrestleMania 38. If Stone Cold is going to be in the building, I really want to be there. Stone Cold, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I grew up like idolizing Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is the reason why I fell in love so much with WWF during the Attitude Era and all of that stuff. So I never got an opportunity to see him ever. So I would love to be in attendance to hear that glass break. I would love it. It would mean the world to me to be able to see that. I would love it so much. Anthony says, I got a question. How were your thoughts when Dominic made his debut? I thought Dominic was great. He's a little rough around the edges still to this day, I think, but overall I think Dominic's great. And like I said, I think that him and Rey Mysterio, his father, they should be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They should have won that match. Fly says, such missed storytelling with tag ropes, honestly. Yeah, they need the tag ropes, man. Need the tag ropes. Ryan says, it was also great to see Damian Priest have a nice Mania match considering it was his first one. Yeah, and I mean, everyone's going to look back on this. Everyone is going to look back on this. This is huge. Bad Bunny killed it. This match, you know, this match may not be a must-see match in terms of, you know, like it's a 5-star classic, but it was a good match for what it was with not Damian Priest, but with Bad Bunny in there. It was great. Brian says, I'm from Puerto Rico, so my entire family decided to watch the show tonight to see Bad Bunny, and we were jumping. Great match, man. That's awesome. It's always, you know, a lot of people get mad when they bring these celebrities in and stuff like that, but if it helps the product overall and it's not taking away from anything, I don't mind it. You know, if this was Bad Bunny going one-on-one with Bobby Lashley for the for the WWE Championship, of course, like, I'd be pissed. If this was Bad Bunny going against Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, like, of course we're going to be pissed. But this match didn't hurt anyone, and it was great. So if stuff like this can bring more eyes, more attention to the product, I'm all for it. And especially this was Bad Bunny, like, he loves wrestling. So this was like a childhood dream of his. So, like, even better. We'll see how the Logan Paul stuff goes tomorrow, though. That might be a whole different story. But at least, you know, it's not the main event picture scene, so I don't mind it. James says, can you please do me a favor? At the end of the post show, show me the iconic Becky Lynch photo from when she invaded Raw. Ooh. That was so good. Anthony says, Bunny Mania. Yeah, it was good. We'll see. Ashley says, I popped so hard when he did a Bunny Destroyer. Yeah, I was shocked from that one. So good, man. So good. So shout out to him for that. I was very, very impressed with his performance tonight. And we are finally here at the end of the show. It is time for our main event match. Sasha Banks defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Bianca Belair, the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble winner. This match ruled from start to finish. This match was
such good shit.
I am so happy that this happened. I wanted Bianca Belair to win the Royal Rumble so bad. She won it, and then her feud with Sasha Banks just fell flat. It fell completely flat. It was terrible. But they delivered. They absolutely delivered. They killed it tonight. Their match was incredible from start to finish. Start to finish. They killed it. I couldn't be any more happier for Bianca Belair. They made her look incredible. Absolutely incredible. The whole entire time. The whole time. She was manhandling Sasha Banks. She had her, there was a part where I can't remember what they call it, but you know when you have someone in the suplex position and you drop them down on the ropes and bring them back up? She did that on 2 corners with her. And then when she got to the middle of the ring, Sasha Banks was kneeing her, and Bianca Belair kind of halfway dropped her down like she was going to and raised her back up, only for Sasha Banks to elbow her again so that Belair would lower her down again. And she lifted her up one more time to suplex her. It was incredible. The amount of strength that you would have to do something like that is insane. Absolutely insane. And of course, Sasha Banks played a role in it as well, I'm assuming, with shifting her weight and her feet and stuff like that. But man, it was so impressive. Then you have Bianca Belair on the outside of the ring. Sasha Banks does a suicide dive out to Bianca Belair. She catches her, rolls over, still has her in her arms, lifts her up over her head in a military press. Bianca Belair walks from the middle of the outside of the ring to the steel steps, up the steel steps, to the apron, and then she threw Sasha Banks in the ring. It's so good. Leroy says it's called a slingshot suplex. That is right. Thank you. You are correct. Brendan says, forget the Undertaker streak. It's all about Sasha Banks' losing streak at Mania. Yeah, what is this now? Someone, I think someone said she's 0-6 at WrestleMania. That's a losing streak. That's crazy. D&M says, what if Sasha won Money in the Bank and cashes in to become the NXT Women's Champion? Interesting. That would be interesting. I don't know though. Like, I don't think NXT needs her. And so for me, I talk about this quite often when these subjects get brought up, but for me personally, I feel like those should be won by someone who doesn't need them. If Sasha Banks wanted to, she could go to NXT. If Sasha Banks wanted to, she could get a SmackDown or Raw Women's Championship title match. She's just got to ask for it. She's Sasha Banks, right? So for me, I feel like that should go to someone else who can't necessarily get that. And we talked about this the other day, and we were talking about who should win the Money in the Bank matches. So right now, for me, these are my picks for Money in the Bank. Men, Cesaro. Women, Peyton Royce. Those are my 2 choices as of right now. Trevin says, breaking news, Sasha only sleeping on one side tonight after the whip of the century. She's in our prayers. Yeah, dude, I hope she posts follow-up pictures of that, because that had to hurt. That had to hurt. The noise from that hair whip was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, just that sound. Oh, God. And then the huge welt or gash, cut, whatever it was that was left on her side. Man, that is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Anthony says, would you rather get a hair smack by Bianca or chopped by Walter? A hair smack by Bianca. Like, night and day. I wouldn't even have to think about it. I would do almost anything in the world to to get away from a Walter chop. There's no way. Rocco says Sasha should have been full heel, in my opinion. Yeah. JVOJ says Sasha should have won at WrestleMania 32, but no, it had to be Charlotte. Charlotte Flair has to win everything. You know, I'm really surprised that Charlotte Flair didn't get added to that Rhea Ripley Asuka match. I thought it was inevitable. I thought that was going to happen, but I guess not. Yes, it was. DNM says, yeah, I saw that scar from Sasha's midsection.
Brutality.
Yes. God damn. Oh, wasn't able to recover from that one. Jesus. Oh man. Okay. The deep voice on that. That one hurt the throat. Van says, yo, just came here to tell you that the crowd was chanting CM Punk during the pre-show. Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy. Fly says, getting to that hair whip. Oh man, a shot heard around the world. Indeed. Honestly, love how they never used the hair whip anymore. Made it so much better. Yeah, it was good. It was good. That both my fiance and I, as soon as we heard that sound, we were both like, damn. I forget. We were both like, damn. Both of us. So yeah, Bianca Belair gets a huge win over Sasha Banks. Huge win. This was incredible to see. I'm so happy for her. She deserves this, man. Bianca Belair is one of the best that we've seen in a while. She wasn't able to capture that NXT Women's Championship, and man, she deserves this. I'm so happy for her. I cannot believe it. Van says a Friends reunion episode is finally taped. Yes. Hell yeah, dude. I'm going to watch that whenever that comes out. Hell yeah. I love Friends, man. One of my favorite shows. Anthony says Sasha's outfit kind of looked like Naomi. Yeah, her outfit was crazy. I liked it a lot. It looked really good. I think that Sasha Banks had the best outfit. Best attire out of everyone tonight. It was good. The green in her hair as well. Like, I liked all of it. It looked really good. It looked very good. What an incredible way to close out the show. Bianca Belair gets a huge WrestleMania win. Bianca Belair is now our SmackDown Women's Champion, and she deserves it. A lot of people didn't think that they deserved this main event, but you know what? I think they did. I think she did. Fly says, oh shit, did Impact compete with WrestleMania? That's tough. I think it was on or during the day though. I don't think they were on during the same time, because I was seeing the tweets. But yeah, man, what an incredible win for Bianca Belair here. So happy for her. The emotion was crazy. Seeing her family so excited. Her dad jumped up so high that the dude almost jumped over the barricade. Like, one of his feet was like on top of it by the end of it. So this was so cool. I'm so happy for this. I hope that she has a great reign as SmackDown Women's Champion. I hope that they're able to kind of shake things up, like I said, on both of the brands. They need something better to do, and hopefully, you know, like I said, she can have a dominant reign, and she can help elevate the women's singles divisions, because both of them are dead at the moment. Completely dead. They need so much help. Ashton says, so no one told you life was going to be this way. A little friends clap in there. Anthony says, I'd be scared for my life if I was Bianca's child. That hair whip would haunt me. Yeah, right. You better go do your chores. You have till the count of 3. And like, not only that, but she can whip you from like a room over too. You don't even have to be in the same room as her. Just smack you so far away with that hair. But Rocco says it needs a huge shakeup. It does. It really does. Ryan says, I'm concerned for Money in the Bank this year after what happened the past couple. Yeah, we need a really good Money in the Bank. We need 2 very, very solid Money in the Bank winners this time. We really do. Hopefully it'll pan out, especially for the men. You know, Otis winning and then having it go to the Miz and then blah, 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 blah. It was not good, man. It was not good. But I think that's going to do it for me. That's going to do it for me tonight. Almost 2.5 hours tonight for the Night One WrestleMania stream. The amount of support on tonight's show was incredible. Like I said, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much. There's 55 people still here with us. That's crazy. I can't thank you guys enough. The support was absolutely insane. If you're still here and you haven't already subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I have no idea where we're at right now. I haven't checked, but somewhere around like the 1,300. So we're getting pretty close. Getting up there. 110 likes as well. 110 likes so far. Thank you. I think that might be one of the best ones we've ever had. And just the amount of super chats and stuff tonight was crazy. $108.84 in super chats tonight. Ann says I gained 200 subs tonight. Are you serious? No way. No way. I'm refreshing. It's at 1.4. Damn, I don't know what the actual number is, but it is higher. Damn, thank you guys so much, man. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all that. Hopefully night 2 is just as crazy. I can't wait. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for a good show. I can't wait for a good post show either. It's going to be great, man. You know what? It's going to be
such good shit.
So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you haven't seen my night 2 predictions, that video is up on my YouTube as well. Make sure to check that out before tomorrow's show and leave your predictions down in the comment on that one as well. I would really appreciate it. Ashton says AOW went to the moon. Yes, we did tonight. And Bosley says they realize AOW is the real GOAT. Yes, your keeper of truths, getting the love he deserves. So thank you guys so much, man. Fly says, so good brother, been following you on Instagram by random chance for a while. Big fan, such good shit, my friend. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Like each and every one of you. I remember your names, like for the YouTube peeps. Like I remember your names. I appreciate all of you guys being here all the time and chatting with me. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love the YouTube community so much. We have so much fun here. I had a blast tonight. I hope you guys did as well. And we'll be here tomorrow for night 2. We'll be here tomorrow for night 2 of WrestleMania, and hopefully it is just as crazy tonight. So thank you guys again one more time for coming out. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.